Hello everyone, it's been such a long time since I've seen you, a year I think in fact, but I've been very busy this year. Our son has found himself an unfurnished house, and with the restriction on buying new furniture, it's meant that we've gone from the top of the house to the bottom, sorting out, seeing what bits of furniture we can give to him to help him. We've also spent so much time in the garden trying to get as much Dig for Victory space for vegetables as possible, and the house has had a really good clean. But we're now sorted, we're now finished, and I'm delighted to come and talk to you again. Thank you so much for your concerns about whether I was well. Yes, I've been really well. So's my husband. But that can't be said of so many at the moment. The Ministry of Health have told us that over 700 people this week have died of the flu. My daughter had it a little while back, and she was very poorly too. The real worry is Mr. Churchill. He's gone down with his second bout of pneumonia in a year. He's been treated with M&B, that new antibacterial drug. He's recuperating somewhere in the sun, but we're all hoping he gets better very quickly. Now, although we're looking forward to Christmas and our little extra treats that we have, it may be quite likely that one of your loved ones in your family is poorly over this special time. And it's really important to give them the best quality food that our rations will allow. It needs to be perfectly fresh, nourishing, easily digested and only lightly seasoned, and of course served in small quantities. Now, Christmas itself, even for the healthy, is going to be so difficult this year, with turkeys, geese, tender chickens, even rabbits unobtainable or very hard to find, and with meat being rationed, that beef tea that we would often give our loved ones in those first few hours when their temperatures are raging, means that other family members have to go without. But what we can find available, especially those like myself who keep my own laying hens, is an old fowl, one of those hens that's past its first laying season. But because they're over a few months old, their meat has become tough. However, they can still be boiled. They'll need at least 2 to 3 hours simmering gently after having been brought to the boil in some water. You can always put a little bit of vegetable to give it more flavour. But after the cooking in water, you'll be left with some stock, either to use on its own, to make into a broth, or to use in this dish that I'm going to show you now, which is full of goodness and should tempt your sick relative when they're starting to feel like they can take a solid meal. Pin is on, let's get started.
I can't breathe for just butter, but I'm hoarse. Nay, nay. What with the freezes and weather that freezes, we're all of us getting a cold. Everyone's sneezing and everyone's wheezing, but cough drops are good, so I'm told. So if you feel a cold coming on, a muffler and coat you should don, and go toddling off to the cough drop shop, to the cough drop shop. Go toddling off to the cough drop shop on the cold and frosty morning. When you get to the cough drop shop, remember when you're coughing, it's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coughing that carries you off in. Let's go to the undertaker, that little job for the tombstone maker. You've got a nasty cough, you know, Grandpa. I know, my dear. You know, the doctor told me to take that pill. He said, you keep that on your tummy all night, you'll be all right in the morning. I did, but every time I sneezed, the blessed thing rolled off. Archie was sober and late in October, he thought he'd go hiking for fun. Got to the muddle and spat in the puddle, so thought to the doctor he'd run. The doctor said, take off those shorts, if you think that you're out of sorts. Go toddling off to the cough drop shop, to the cough drop shop. Go toddling off to the cough drop shop on the cold and frosty morning. When you get to the cough drop shop, remember when you're coughing, it's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coughing that carries you off in. Old Brown's missus had a nasty hacking cough. She coughed so hard that it nearly took her off. Old Brown sighed and said, my sweetie, we must go to the cough drop shop next door. She took a cough drop every evening, said she had a funny feeling. It stopped her barking and her sneezing when she swallowed the box as well. Toddling up to the cough drop shop on the cold and frosty morning. When you get to the cough drop shop, remember when you're coming, it's not the cough that carries you off, it's the cough that carries you off.
My daughter enjoyed this chicken mould when she was starting to feel a bit better. Now, if you haven't got a chicken and you can't spare any of your rationed meat, don't worry, you can make unrationed food for your invalid, brains or marrow on toast. Don't forget to save cabbage water for them to drink, or you can make your own barley water if you're unable to purchase it from the shops. Although we should be keeping our eye firmly on our fuel target, it's at times like this when the electric fire really comes into its own, and you can pop it on in the bedroom to keep that cold at bay whilst they recover. I usually give my patients a sniff of smelling salts because this helps to clear their head. And Sloane's liniment rubbed on the chest really does the job of helping with congestion. I sprinkle eucalyptus oil around the room, and one good tip, if you can get hold of them, ask your patients to use paper handkerchiefs instead of cotton ones. Now, I do hope that all of you keep warm and keep healthy so that your family can really enjoy a smashing Christmas despite any difficulties we may be facing. And I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Have a very happy Christmas.